Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we're gonna be doing a Fortnite all items tier list. I know I basically run on a Fortnite ideas, so we're doing another tier list video. You know what, guys? The thing is, the new season 4 is coming out in just 2 days, so I'm basically safe. I'm doing a Fortnite tier list today, and tomorrow I don't know what I'm doing. I guess you guys will find out. But anyway, let's get straight into this video. So we have all the Fortnite items here. I'm not sure if it's every single one, but I'll say it's most of them. The only things I can't really see are like the fruits, like the apples, the bananas, the coconuts, and like the cabbage and all of that. But I think it's fine. I think it's good enough. So we have all these items. So we have S, A, B, C, D, E, F. All right. So let's get straight into this. All right. So we have an airstrike. Ooh, airstrike. I'm gonna put an airstrike in. Ooh, it's between E or D to be honest, because it's not that like efficient. I'm gonna put it D because if it's in the radius, right? It's kind of a small radius, but if it's in the radius, then it manages to actually do some damage. So I'm gonna put it on a solid D. The balloons are pretty good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, they actually saved me once because there was an Infinity Blade back in Season 7. You know, the OG Infinity Blade, the Mythic. That was the first Mythic item, I believe. And it kept swinging and swinging. And then I got balloons and I went over Polar Peak. And you can't build when you have the blade. So this guy was trying to get over, but I had the balloons and it actually saved me. You know, I was gliding and I actually managed to survive. And I was like, oh my god, that was so lucky. But because of that, I'm going to put balloons in a solid A or B. It's not an S. Ooh, I think I'm gonna put them. I think I'm gonna put them B because someone could just shoot them and then they're dead. But they're still pretty they're reliable. They're still better than the airstrikes. Alright, bandages. Bandages. I'll just put them C. They're not bad. They're decent. They're very practical. You know, it's just middle ground, I guess. Bandage bazooka. This goes an A. This is a pretty good item. It's got a magazine size of 5, and you can keep like chucking it at your teammates and stuff. It's very good. It's a very good item. I'll give it a solid day. Disco, the boogie bombs. I was gonna call it disco ball. The boogie bombs. I love this item, bro. The boogie bombs. You know what? They're not bad. They're hardly work though. If I'm being realistic, I don't know. It's definitely not an F. It could be a D, but I think it's an E because it's so hard to actually hit people with it. But if you hit it with them, then it's not bad. Boombox, I'm just gonna put it E. It's not reliable. It's just destroys builds, and you can't build, and also the other person can build, and it just throws you off. Alright, the bottle rockets, I'm gonna have to put F. These are possibly the worst item like there is. They're so inaccurate, and they only last for like 5 seconds, and they're so weak as well. They're just so bad. It's like a worse version of the airstrike. It's like a worse version of an airstrike grenade, and it does less damage and it lasts less seconds. So it's just bad in general. Alright, we have the bounce thing, the bounce traps. I think these D or C. I don't know. These are ooh. I think I'm gonna give these. I think I'm gonna give this a D. I mean, it's slightly worse than average, but it's not bad. I guess it could be reliable, but it just doesn't take you much. If it made you go a bit higher, or if you threw it on like a wall and it made you go a bit further, I would put it in C, but it doesn't take you that far. So I'll put it on a solid D, I guess. Alright, the bush. This goes up. This goes up. This is a solid A. This is very camouflage, and also if someone doesn't hit you with a headshot, uh, it counts as like a second life. So if someone snipes you in the body, that means the bush is gone, but you're still alive. You don't take any damage, which is kind of OP. If it's a headshot, you're still dead. But that's pretty good. I'll give it an A. Is this a rift? I don't know. Okay, that's a rift. Okay, I think these are just the normal rifts, like the rifts that spawn around. Uh, I mean they're pretty good. Yeah, I'll put it a B to be honest because they're pretty good and they're kind of common back then. They got rid of the rifts and the rift spawns now, but back in like chapter 1 map, they were actually pretty good. They would spawn pretty like a lot of places, and they would be kind of easy to find. So I'll put it a solid B. Snow grenades, these are not bad. I'd put these in C or D. I'll put them in C to be honest. I think they're pretty good. I think they're not bad because once you throw it, it actually makes you go pretty far. So it's pretty good. Alright, the chug jug. The chug jug. Alright, the chug jug is a solid B. I would put it in A, but the mythic chug jug would probably go with. But to be honest, guys, I tried finding the Fortnite items, like everything, the same as Lachlan's video, but I couldn't find the mythic chug jug and also the mythic grappler. So that kind of sucks, and like the fruits and the veggies. But I tried my best. This is the best I could find, honestly. So you gotta do what you gotta do. So I'd put it in B. I would put the mythic chug jug in A, but the normal goes in B, so that's where it goes. Chug splashes. This has to go in S, honestly. This is pretty incredible. This is OP. Like the chug splashes are like OP. I mean, legit, like you just throw them in teammates and stuff. So you could have a group of four, and you could have a stack of, let's say, six, which is the max. Keep throwing chug jugs. Like I would say, 3 seconds later, you guys have like 120 health at least. Let's say if everyone's low, it's definitely an S. It's just OP. It's insane. It's a better version of the Banjo Bazooka. So yeah, that's that. Chug splashes first S. First S. All right, now we have the catch. The what is this? The clingers. The clingers. These are pretty good actually. I'm gonna put it a B or an A. I think it's a B because they're kind of hard to hit. Like aim for the person, but if you hit the person, then that's pretty good to be honest. But also if you throw it on builds like 2 stacks, it guaranteed does 100 damage. But if you throw three, people can like just spam build and they could take 100 damage, but not 200. But they're pretty good. I would say they're better than the chillers. Alright, the campfire. Campfire is pretty good. I'm gonna put the campfire to be honest at it's between A and I think I'm gonna put it A actually because you could have this as an item before. Plus now you can actually stoke the campfires, and you know what? And it only takes 30 wood, which is not a lot, and it's pretty OP, and they're actually kind of common to find. So campfires are very helpful. They've helped me a lot in competitive games. Like that's how I survived, in storm battles. I would just find a campfire near me because there's actually quite a lot of campfires that spawn nearby, and I just heal up. So that's pretty good. Crash pads. Crash pads are pretty good as well. I'm gonna put crash pads in. Well, they're a better version of the bouncer, but I think I'm gonna put these. I don't know. C would be the lowest, but A would be the highest. I think I'll put them B then. Just keep it like neutral. I guess they're pretty good. They're pretty good. The box. This is just it's just not that good really. F or E. I don't know. It's not that good. Ah, fuck it, it's F, honestly. It's just so bad, honestly. You throw it, and then you stay like you're in a box, and then people can just spot you, because they'll just find one box out of nowhere. Or the decoys. Decoys, I'd say they're C. They're not bad. It could, like, confuse the enemies. It did confuse me a couple of times, but they do run out. And also, they do have such robotic movement, so it is kind of hard to, control. But I would say C is a decent, tier for that. Dynamite, I'll just put it lower. I'll probably put it at D because I would put it in E, but I put it in D because once you throw it, it does have a large radius in a way, and it does 70 damage, which is not crazy bad. While the bottle rockets do like 20 damage, I think. So it's barely anything. I think it's 40 damage actually, but still, it's nowhere near 70 damage. And this has a much higher radius. So if you throw like 6 stacks of this on a house, that house is going down, and it's gonna do damage to the person inside it. So I'll put it on a solid D. The fireflies, they're not good to be honest. I'll put it in E because they're kind of hard to find, and also once you find them, you just throw them, and then it doesn't do much. It just burns the builds, but like very slowly, and they can just escape it. So All right, we get into the first fish, the flopper. Flopper is very good. Flopper is very good. You know what? I could put. I don't know actually. I could put it an A or B. It's between. I think a flopper actually is gonna go an A. I think floppers are an A. I would put it on B, but like 50 health in 1 second is just so good. Honestly, it's not an S. I think the slurpfish is gonna go an S. I think we all knew that. But this is an A. I think that's pretty good. I would put it in B, but I think it's too good for B. So I'm just gonna put it in A. What is this? I don't even know what that is. Bro, what is that? I don't know. Is that a freezer trap? I don't even know. I think it is. I think it's a chiller trap. Where do these goes? I think it is actually. Yeah, I think it just goes here. To be honest, it's not much better than the bouncer. Same shit, really. The glider redeployed. That's not bad. I'll put it in C. To be honest, it's practical. I mean, it only has a 10 magazine size, which is a bit low, but I mean, it's not bad. I'll just put it practical, I guess. The grappler is pretty good. Grappler goes in a solid B. I mean, the mythic grappler would go an S, obviously, but you know what? This goes to B. I would have put it in A if I had a 15 magazine size. I'd put it in A, because the grappler, it used to have a 15 magazine size like the first time it came out in season 5, but they nerfed it to 10. So that's why it goes to B, because 10 and 15 is like a big difference, honestly. So that's where I'm gonna put it B. The grenades, I think they're decent. I'd put it. I don't know. I think they're slightly lower than the clingers because they could be inaccurate, and sometimes when you throw them, they're like not proportional at all. So they're kind of hard to aim with. So I think the clingers are better, and also it is the same amount of damage, but they're more accurate. The clingers, so that's why it's a tier above. Harpoon gun, I'll just put this C. It's very balanced, I would say. Not too OP, not too trash, I guess, but it's just classic, I guess. What is this? Is this a Season X item? By the way, guys, I don't know if you guys are aware, I've never played Season X. I've mentioned it in a bunch of my videos before. I feel like maybe, I don't know, it's a Season X item. You know what? Season X items were kind of OP, so I feel like I'll just put this in a. It looks like it would be a D, the way it looks at least. Alright, impulse grenades. Impulses. Impulses are not. I think I'll put impulses in a or C or B. I think. Ooh, I don't know. Are they better than all these items? I think I'm gonna put it a C because there was a chance of taking full damage. If there was no full damage involved, I would put it a B. But I'm gonna put it a C because you could take full damage. Because shockwave grenade is everything bottle better. So it goes like double the distance, if not triple, and also it like prevents full damage. So I think we're all gonna. I think we all know where we're gonna put the shockwave grenades. All right, so now we have the jetpack. Jetpack goes. Jetpack's actually pretty good. I think it goes a B, to be honest. I think because it's got a very long lasting time, and also you can basically fly, so it's pretty good. This thing is pretty OP as well. It's like a better version of the airstrike, so I'm just gonna. I don't know actually. I could put this. I would put it in C, but it's OP, so I'm gonna have to put it in B because I, C is like classified as classic, reliable, just plain Jane average. But this is OP. While this is like OP, this is slightly trash. Slightly lower than average, I guess. The launchpad, this is very good. Launchpad straight. Launchpad could get an S, but I think I'm gonna put it in A because it's kind of common to get, and it's a guaranteed thing from a supply drop. So if you just get a supply drop, you can instantly get a launchpad, which is pretty good. And once you launchpad, you just escape, or you can run away from the storm. So it's very good. I would put it in S if you could go higher and glide longer, I guess, but I think an A is decent. I think A is pretty good. Medkit, I put a B. It's pretty good. I'd say it's a tier above the bandages because it's just a better version. But it's not as good as the flopper and the campfire and the bazooka as heals go. The turret, this is pretty good. Turret is OP. Where do I put the turret actually? This is interesting. I don't know actually. Where do I put the turret, man? Ooh. I don't think it's an S because people could snipe you from the back. I could put it an A. I think I'm gonna put it in A because it's OP. Because the pressure that's just given to you is just so much, and you cannot handle it. But the only downside about it is just getting sniped from the back. So you gotta watch out for that. But they got rid of the turrets anyway, so there's no problem for that. The mythic goldfish. All right, this I'm gonna give it S just because of not the way it's used. If it was like a common item, I'd actually probably put it like an A or B. I know that doesn't make sense because it's super rare, but because if you find it, it's so special, honestly. So if you find the item, it's so rare and it's so majestic and insane that you find the item that it's just instantly a godlike item. So I'm just gonna put it in S. Chilies are actually pretty good. Chilies, I use them in competitive games, and they actually last super long. Which is actually insane. So I'm gonna put chilies a C or B. I don't know. I think B's a bit too much. I don't know actually. Mm, okay, I think I'll put them in C. I was thinking to put it in B, but I don't think I'm gonna put it in C because the only difference is they make you run a bit faster, but for quite a long time, for like a minute or maybe 1.5 minutes, or maybe even 2 minutes. I'm not sure. I need to count it, but I would say they're average. Like the rest of the foods would be like a tier below, but the chili is possibly the best, like legit the best like vegetable or fruit item there is. So that's where I'm gonna put it. All right, we have the poison traps. Poison traps are just a bit dead, honestly. I'm just gonna put them here. I mean, they're kind of inconsistent. Like sometimes there was once that some person put a poison trap, and I was just standing in front of it, and it actually didn't hit me. I was like, oh, okay, I'll take it. But if it hits you, it does instantly 80 damage, and you know what? That just kills you, unless you have more than 80 like white health. But you know what? If it hits you, it's pretty good, but it's pretty hard to get hit by it. So I'm gonna put it at D. And also, if you're lower, you could just you could bandage up. Medkit would help because it takes 10 seconds, but bandages could help you. So bandages are really common to find. So I'll put it as solid D. I would put it in C, but I would put it in C if it was easier to get hit by, because it does take a long time to react, and sometimes it's actually inconsistent. So there it goes. Alright, the Portafort. So this is just a classic Portafort. I'll put it D, to be honest, because it's not much. It's just a basic 1x1, I guess. And it's like a season 2 tower, which was really OP at the time. So yeah. Legendary Portafort, I'm gonna put it average. It's not too good, but it's not bad. It's just a better version of this. It's a classic item. It's not better than that. Present, this is pretty high. This is gonna go for a solid A. This is a solid A, and I'll tell you why. This was a season 7 thing with the Christmas theme, like in 2018, and this was it was pretty good. It would always give you a guaranteed legendary or purple item, I believe. I don't even know if it's purple. It could be a legendary, but I'm gonna say it's purple as well because I feel like they're purple items. I don't remember though. But you know what? This is it's a really good item because it's common. It's kind of easy to find back then in season 7, and now well, obviously it's vaulted, but back then it was pretty good. It was a good item, so I'm gonna put it in A. So like the time it was there, it's pretty good. I'll keep it there. Proximity mines. Ooh, I think I'm gonna put them D because they were hard to step on, but if they stepped on you, you could also dodge them, so they're not that good. But they're not as bad as these items, to be honest, so I'm just gonna put it in D. C4, they're pretty good. C4 are good. I'm gonna put C4. Where should I put C4 actually? I think I'm gonna put C4. Ooh. Where do C4 go, man? I'm gonna put them here. I think they're slightly worse than the clingers, slightly, because they take more buttons to press. I know, but you gotta aim a bit better. While clinger, you just throw. But this, you gotta aim perfectly, and then also the blast radius is not as much as I think. So I think the C4 is slightly worse, and also they're kind of hard to find. They're not as easy to find as clingers. So I think I'll put it there. The Rift goes. It could. Oh my God, the Rift is insane. The Rift is absolutely insane. Oh my. Ooh, the Rift. This is very hard to. The Rift. I could put it. I don't know. It's an S or an A. It's an S or an A. I don't know. This is tough, man. I don't know what to put it. I don't know what to put this thing. I don't know, guys. Oh my God. I don't know. I need to think about this. So the Rift, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's definitely A tier. You know what? I think I will. I think I'll put it on S, to be honest. I don't know, guys. I'm just stuck on this item. Let's look. Chunk splashes and the mythic goldfish. All right, cool. And then we have the bandage bazooka, the bush, the campfire, the fish, the launch pad, the turret, and the present. I think this honestly has to go in S. I think it's a tad better than these items because you know what? They're not that rare to find, and also you can stack them in twos. And once you would get it, you just rift and then you can glide. They're just so good. They're better. I think it's an S because they're a better version of a launch pad. They're actually a better version of a launch pad because a launch pad you have to place, you need to have an open field, while Rift you can just do it anywhere. So I think it goes to an S. Rustican, Yeah, F. They're kind of hard to find, and it just does 20 damage. It's kind of like a meme can, like a meme can, rusty can, meme can. You know what? Surprisingly, I haven't found many of these. I think I found them like 5 times in my like lifetime of Fortnite. What is this? The Shadow Bomb. Shadow Bomb goes an A. It goes an A. It's really good. It's really good. The Shadow Bomb. You just do it, and then it actually makes you invisible until the like last 3 seconds, and then it's somewhat visible. It's just like a black shadow, but until then you're actually visible and you can just escape, and you can actually go through walls as well, which is insane. So it's a solid day. I don't think it says S tier, but it's a solid day. What is that? The Kevin the Cube. What did that do? Was it when it would go on you and crush you? Uh, to be honest, I just put an S. It's like a meme item. You know, all meme items go in S. The memes win, the sweats lose. There we go. That's my motto. All right, now we have. What is this? Bro, what is this item? I know it. Is this the item that makes like a force field? I think it is. The item that does like a force field. Uh, I don't know actually. Force field. I think it could be a C or D. I think I'm gonna put a D because they take a long time to activate, and also the radius is not that much. And you know what? Especially in competitive games, people are close to you anyway, so it doesn't even help. And the radius is huge, so I'm gonna put it in D because honestly, it's not a really good item. Alright, the big pot, the classic big pot. Big pot, you know what? Big pot is actually pretty good. Big pot, no jokes, could go A or B. A or B. It's definitely somewhere there. I don't know actually. It's definitely an A or B. I think I think I'm gonna put it a B or an A. I don't know, B or A. I'm stuck with this one as well. The chug jug and the big. Bro, this is hard, man. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know. The big pot. Oh my god. I think. I think the. Oh my god, I don't know. I don't. I really don't know. I think I'm gonna put it A. I've done it. I think it's an A because big pot. It takes 5 seconds, but you get 50 shield, which is pretty good. It's just good. It's legit. It's like a worse version of a slurpfish, but it's so reliable and it's so easy to find. That's the thing. It's so easy to find. Shockwaves go A straight up. They're just OP. You know, they're much better than the impulses. No full damage, and you know what? And they take you much further distance. The slurp are what is the slurp? Slurp. Yeah, it's called slurp or something. The slurp potion. Yeah, that's it. Ooh. I don't know actually. I think I'm gonna put it a B. I think that big pot is better because this gets you to 75 health, but it's one like health by a time, and it's too slow because if you're in a battle and like you actually drink this, it doesn't do much because it only heals you one by like 1 second, so it's just not that reliable. While this gets you to 50 health in 5 seconds, but this takes you to 75 of the 75 seconds, so this is a tier above, I would say. And also these are much harder to find, so this is why this is an A, this is why it's a B. Slurpfish, S all the way. Because I put the big pot in A, and this takes 5 seconds to get 50 health. This is the best item from every single thing, because this, right here, gives you 50 health or shield, whatever health you're on, in 1 second. So this is a straight up an S. This is insane. This goes a B. It's not bad. It's actually pretty good as well. It gives you 25 health in 1 second, which is, I guess it's just the worst version of this really. It's like half of this. But it gives you a stack. So, you know, it's basically the same, but, you know, this is slightly worse. But this is, you know, it's basically the fishes. Slurpfish first, flopper second, and the small fry third, I guess. But all the fishes are actually pretty good. Minis. Minis actually go in A, I would say, because you know you get 25 shield in 2.5 seconds. I think it's 22.5 seconds. So yeah, it's basically I'll say this and this are kind of equal, but this is just a tad worse because you know it takes such a long time to get to full health. So yeah, I guess with the with the shields we're done. Alright, we have. Is this the what is that? Is that the airstrike? not the airstrike. It's like a foggy thing. Uh, I think I'll put it in D. It's not too good. I mean, it could maybe make you escape, but like the chances are, they'll just find you. And yeah, they haven't been in the game for quite a while. I'd put it in D. It's just not. It's not that good. This goes in E. It's not that good, honestly. This because you disguise as a snowman or what? Like people just gonna notice a random snowman out of nowhere. They're gonna shoot you, and you're gonna be disorientated because they're not gonna know where it comes from, and you just like die instantly. So I'm just gonna put it in E. The trap is very good. The trap is very good. The trap is insane. I could put it in A, but I feel like the trap. I think I'm gonna put in A. I think I'm gonna put it in A because if it was an S, it would be like 200 damage. So one strike, you're dead instantly. If it was a B, it would be 125 damage. They were thinking of doing it to 125 damage, but they didn't. They did it to 150. So that's why it's like neutral ground. I'll put it in a solid A, I guess. What is this? I don't know what this is, to be honest. I don't know what this is. I don't know. It looks similar to that. It's probably like another port of fort. So I'm just gonna put it. I don't even remember this one. Stink bombs. Stink bombs. Stink bombs. I'll put it here. I would say it's casual because they're pretty good. They're OP, but they're harder to find than clingers because clingers, you can get from anywhere because they vaulted them now, but back then. But the only way you can get stink bombs now, currently, is by killing marauders. And I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like the marauders, no, obviously they haven't they haven't vaulted them, but they're much harder to find now. I don't know, maybe it's because the season's coming to an end. Legit, in 2 days it's over. But I don't know. Stink bombs, they would be a B if they were easier to find, but the way it is now, I'll put it as C just casually. It's just casual, I guess. And also it does 5 damage while the clingers do 100 damage, so and also you can skip the stink bombs. Alright, so this thing. The storm thing. I'll put it E, to be honest, because it's not that reliable. I mean, in competitive games, it's not bad, but it's kind of weird. It's kind of weird because the radius is not that much and you can just escape it easily. And also, it's not for that long. It's for like 10 seconds. So I'll just put it in E. It's not very good. I mean, I could put it in D, but I think it's an E. I think it's an E, to be honest. So, alright. So we have this thing. The upgrade bench. The upgrade bench. The upgrade bench. I don't know, where am I gonna put this actually? I don't know where I'm gonna put it. I think I'm gonna put it here. I think I'm gonna put it here. It's because, don't get me wrong, it's decent to upgrade your weapons, but like it's kind of rare to find. And also when you find you just throw an upgrade bench and then you upgrade your weapons and you find it. It's not bad. I'll put it on D though. I think it is balanced, but if they were easier to find and maybe if you could stack them, I would put it on C, but you can't, so I would just put it on a D. Alright, these are the Party Royale balloons, I think. I'll just put them F, to be honest, because they're just for fun. And they legit don't do anything. They're a meme item. I would put it in S, but they legit don't even do anything, so I'm just gonna put it in F. And look, F, I think it's like a good resemblance. Alright, and last and definitely not least, we have the Zapatron. The Zapatron. The Zapatron. Okay, let's think about this. I don't know, where are we gonna put the Zapatron actually? Well, I mean, it's only been in the game for like 1 day, and also, it was pretty OP, but I don't remember if it was one use. I think it was one use. To be honest, it's not that good if you think about it. I'm gonna put it an E. Or an F. I don't know. An F or an E. F or an E. F or an E. I don't know actually. I think I'm gonna put it on I think I'm gonna put it here. Or here. Or here. Now, fuck it, I'm gonna put it here. And I'm gonna tell you why I put it on F. First of all, it was an absolute fail of an overpowered thing. By the way, it's overpowered, but not in a good way. And also, it's very hard to aim with it. So, I legit watched the videos, but the only reason it looked so OP back then was because it was a Season 1 item. and no one knew how to move in Fortnite back then. So because that was nearly 3 years ago, so this is gonna go in F because it's only one use, and once you aim with it, it does 150 damage. But it's only one use, and also it was like OP. It was just a disgusting item, and everyone wanted it to get rid of it, and that's why I'm putting an F. F, not for shit, for fail. Alright, that is my final tier list. Realistically, I'd actually put this on C, casual, but because it's such a fail item, I'll just put it on F, to be honest. So that's where it goes. But you know what, guys? That is the end of the video. I know this is my final Fortnite tier list item. Well, it's my final Fortnite tier list video for this season. Because when I have no ideas for the next season of Fortnite, I'll do more. So I know I did four Fortnite tier lists. So I did the seasons, the guns, the skins, and now the items. So yeah, that's pretty good. But you know what, guys? That is the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, don't forget to leave a like, turn on notifications, and please subscribe and peace.